Hello and thank you for watching. My name is Bruce Carlton and today I'm going to be showing you the 2019 Mazda CX-3. This is a real exciting vehicle in this very competitive segment, the small compact CUV or SUV. It's essentially a crossover with like an SUV ride height. However, it handles very much like a car, and it's kind of like our urban agility guy. Not the largest backseat in the world like it's like the CX-5 that we have in our arsenal, but also very practical with headroom, and does have that convenient storage. Actually, let's take a look at that first. But first, the color on this model is titanium flash. Thought I'd show you that. I picked this one out because we do get a lot of questions about this color. It's not something that Mazda sends us a lot of, and figured since we had one on the lot, I could kill two birds with one stone. Show you the CX-3 Sport and this popular, this very hard to find titanium flash color. Here we go. It's probably why you're looking at this vehicle, so I thought I'd show you this first. It does have some really nice cargo, easy to lift door there. Now, what's unique about this CX-3 is that it does have a subfloor. What I mean by that is I'm going to take these mats out, which by the way are standard with our vehicle, and you can see here you got a little bit of depth, kind of like I would say a good 5-6 inches there, and this is perfect for hiding umbrellas, things like that, maybe some things that you want out of sight. But what's interesting is that floor can drop as well. I'm gonna see if I can do this one-handed. Back out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So now you can see what it looks like with the cargo down. That gives you a lot more depth. As you see, I'm going to drop those in there now. And then the seats do lay remarkably flat, which is really nice. Very cool design. And I think that's important when you're looking at your vehicle, is how is the back seat going to lay down. As you can see, it's very nice and level and flat. And when the floor's up here, which rises up, it matches nice and even with that second row. So it's a nice flat layout all the way across. Let's go around to the front here. Now, something this vehicle will have standard is going to be blind spot monitoring, as I mentioned. So essentially, anytime someone passes through your blind spot point of view, right there in the back, you have these radar plates which kind of angle out a radar signal at about a 45-degree angle. Anyone passing through your blind spot zone will give you a bright yellow indicator in the corner of the mirror. It works in reverse too, which is brilliant. All right, it's about over 100 degrees today, and as you can see 108 showing on the car, so I wanted to get in here as quickly as possible. It does have a touchscreen interface, as you can see, so this right here is nice, but this dial is what you'll be using a lot of the time. This is the Mazda command switch. Here is what it looks like. I left it on the tuner, but if I hit the shortcut to the music, it takes us straight to the radio screen. And if I hit the home button, it takes us to the home screen. I didn't want you to think that was flashing. I think that's the just the camera angle with the heat rising off the inside of the car. It does have some really nice vents here too that you can open and close and reposition. And that goes all the way across to the other side. And then one over here too. So I'd say this does cool down the vehicle very effectively that way. Here's your gauge display. It does have like a digital tack on the sport trim. Center is going to be your speedometer, and of course on the right side is a little bit of information. As you can see, we are very in desperate need of gas on this one. This one just came off the truck, but besides the outside temperature, it shows your average, current, average miles per hour, and ultimately miles to empty, which again says 0. Here's something I get a lot of questions about: where are the USB ports? And more importantly, I think the design flow. As you can see, this will hold like your standard phone. It does have a slot for an SD card, which is going to be set up for specifically our Mazda navigation system if you decide to add that. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto do come standard on the touring trim, but this is going to be the 2 USBs that'll help you out with charging your phone. Also, if you have like an audiobook, they'll fully import that as well. Here's another charger source, and then you have a lot of cargo space in here. Let me show you what it's like with it down. It's very versatile. Some of the things, this is one of the big improvements they made when they redesigned this body style. Cup holder pops out there, and then this one can be taken out altogether. easily put back in. And then you have a cup holder drop down right there too. Still with a little bit of storage in the back. How about that? Sport mode, which actually kind of gives the car like an added boost when driving. It does have electronic parking brake and auto hold feature, which is really a cool feature. Basically, it allows you to leave the vehicle and drive, and when your seatbelt is on for safety. That's the only way it works. While in auto hold, which I'll select right here, you see how it lights up orange. That tells me that it's on and active, and then I can actually just let off the brake, and then the vehicle is not going to go anywhere. Once I take off the emergency brake, the auto hold light will pop on, and I can still take my foot off the brake and it's not going anywhere. Now I can just give it a little bit of gas, scoot it up here, come to a complete stop with the brake, and then the auto hold feature comes on, and as you can see, we're still not moving. So really cool design. It's perfect for if you're like in the drive-through. So since this is a sport and essentially the entry-level model, guys, I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what the interior materials are like. This is plastic, but it's kind of like a softer grade. It has like a faux texture for leather, but this is actually a softer leatherette. It's really nice, almost like a plasticky carbon fiber look right there. Again, another soft accent right here, and then over here you have the good quality cloth. I like how it's got two different texture looks. This kind of keeps you from sliding around, I guess, and it's very soft, very well stitched all the way up. Nice little touching point right there. And one difference on the sport versus the touring is in the touring you're going to get automatic air. Probably not as big a deal in this price point because it's so easy to reach and easy to control. I guess some people really prefer the auto air, but it's just nice to know that that's probably one of the options that it's not as big a deal in between deciding. Here you'll have your traction control system. Did want to emphasize that it has that. Of course, all power mirrors and locks. Of course, the other thing too is a lot of questions I get about this vehicle. Oh, it's still in drive. How about that? So I'm gonna put it back in park. And let's take a look at the back seat. I know that's important when you're evaluating whether you want to get into a CX-3. Now, I already mentioned it is going to be a little bit smaller, but honestly, it's not that bad. I've driven in the back seat of these in quite a few test drives, and I'm 6 foot tall myself. To give you an idea of perspective, I'm going to raise the other seat here. And one of the things that I did like about the improvement on the CX-3 over the last couple of years is they've added the center armrest back into the play on the sport trim level. That's really nice. In the previous design, you didn't get that, and it just felt like something was really missing. The doors swing out nice and wide. Just want to give you an idea of depth. As you saw, I really didn't move the seat when I got in and out of the vehicle on the driver's side. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit back here and just kind of give you an idea on the space. So my knees are not touching, but close. You know, would I want to ride to Alaska or anything in this? Probably not. But does give me an opportunity to get to the movies or to the store with my friends or something like that in a pinch, and I will be a-okay. You know, one thing that I think a lot of people ask is, does it have rear air vents? Just want to remind you, it's really a very small interior cabin, so it's not going to be all about needing those rear air vents. I feel the air just perfectly fine from back here. I would say in the CX-5 it's probably not even necessary either, although the CX-5 does have them. The other thing too I wanted to point out is headroom. Let me see if there's a way I can just kind of putting it right there, right eye level with me. As you can see, I've got plenty of headroom. I would say it's a good, you know, like 2 inches still of clearance in the back. If I kind of scooch down a little bit and give me a nice little comfortable 3 or 4. But this is a really comfortable car, even for a taller guy like myself. Again, this is the CX-3 Sport. I hope this video was informative for you. I hope it gave you a quick overview of what to expect with this vehicle. I did want to point out too that it's no slouch when it comes to safety. It does have a 5-star government crash test score, and I guess I have time to show you that too. Also some stats on it as well. All right, I hope I'm not making you too me dizzy with that. But as you can see here, just gonna pan down slowly. You got the 5-star government crash test score, essentially 5 stars in every category except rollover. And this vehicle is going to give you 31 combined average MPG with 34 on the highway and almost 30 in the city. That's really impressive. So 31 combined average will be what to expect with this vehicle. And right now we have $2,000 incentive rebates and $21,435 MSRP. So just a really strong contender in this market, considering you have all these features, just from a safety standpoint alone, with your blind spot monitoring, with your forward-facing camera for smart city detection, and the rear cross traffic alert, plus HD radio receiver, which is really nice. This is a steal at under $20,000. So thank you for your time and have a wonderful day.